Hello everyone. Welcome to TOSCA Automated Software Testing Tutorial. Myself, Dr. Arjun, Professor and Head, Department of CSE, Rajiv Institute of Technology, Hassan. So today we'll see the fifth experiment as per the video syllabus. So that is window operations. Today we'll see how to handle the window operations in TOSCA automation, and we'll see some of the features of how to send the keys to the various application, and also we see the mathematical operations, how to handle mathematical operation in TOSCA. So these are the three different subsections we are going to discuss today. We'll start with the Windows operation. So open TOSCA Commander, right? So go to test cases. So create new test cases. Right click on the window, then choose create test case. You can give the name Windows operations, right? So once we created the test case window operation, right click on that file, navigate to search and add steps. So here you can find the window T-box window operation, T-box window operation, you choose this. So using this T-box module, so we can handle various Windows operations. So in these sessions, we try to handle Word file, right? So we try to open a Word file, then try to minimize, maximize, control that using this T-box module, right? There are so many operations in Windows. We'll see one by one, right? So once we added the T-box Windows module, so we can control the applications, right? Which is available in the Windows operating system. So before controlling the applications, we need to open that application. For that, we need to add one more module. Right click on that, go to search and add test steps. Last option, choose that. Here you can use open open application, Windows application, Windows. So, okay. So right click on the test case, go to search option. Here you can search for T-box start program. So T-box start program. This is the module which is able to open any application in Windows. You choose that T-box start program, right? So we'll move this T-box start program before Windows operation, right? So first we need to open an application before doing any Windows operation on that, right? T-box start program. Here we need to give the path. So which application I need to open. So for that, so I'm going to give in D drive, D:\\, you can give any name, test dot docx, means this is going to create a file, test dot docx, right? Then it is going to open that. That is the Word file. We'll see that. So how to run the test cases? Just right click on this module, run in Scratch. So, oops, 1 second. So it's not going to create the file. We need to create the file before opening it. So go to D drive, create a file here. So new Word file with the name test, right? It's not going to create, it is going to open, start the program. So before executing, make sure you created that file, right? So D backslash test dot a word file. So before giving this path, make sure test dot docx has been created. Right click, start. Right now, this is going to open a word file. Right, test case is successful. It has opened the word file. Right, this test.docx. So once it is created, now it is this one test.tbox start program. Using tbox start program, we can able to open an Windows file. So next, there are so many Windows operations. So we have already added that module here, tbox Windows operation. So in this Windows operation, once the program is opened, so we can give that file name in the caption. So here we are going to open test.docx, right, in the first module. So in the second module, that is in Windows operations, in the under the caption, you give that file name, test star, right? Whatever the file extension, you can give test star. That is the caption, right? Test.doc is the file which we opened. Next, test star is the caption in order to do Windows operations. Here you can see window index is there. Suppose there are multiple applications. So we can give window index as 1, 2, 3, like that. Suppose there are 3 word file. So we need to pick the first file or second file. For that, we can give window index. Right now, we are handling only one file. So it is not required here. So next, move to third option, that is operations. This is important here. So we can do various operations, Windows operations. That is, we can bring to front. Suppose it is in the background, we can bring that to front. We can close that application. We can maximize that application. We can minimize that application. We can bring it to normal size. We can add a wait on close. Once the application is closed, then the test cases is terminated. We can add wait on open. Once the application is open, then the automation is terminated. Like that, we can do various operations here. We can resize the window. We can move that application to the center. We can verify whether that application Windows is present or not, that Word file is present or not. Like that, we can do so many Windows operations here. So we'll start with the minimizing, right? Once it is open, we try to minimize that application. We choose that minimize, right? So now what is our test case is doing here? It is going to start the program, that is test.word file, docs file. Once it is opened, this Windows operation is able to identify that file. Since we given in the caption test star, it is going to identify that file, Windows Word file, that is test.doc. Once it is identified, it is going to minimize that. This is the operations we are going to do, right? It has to open that file. Because we use tbox start program, it is going to open that. Then we use tbox Windows operation, that is identify that file, test, then minimize that. So we'll see that. So right click, run in Scratchbook. Right, so you can see the file is open, then it is minimized. So both test cases are passed here. You can see here, Windows file is minimized. This is test.docx, right? It is open and minimized. So next we'll add one more Windows operation. You can copy this module, then you can paste it, right? Same, identify using caption, that is test file, identify that file, then after minimizing, so we'll try to close it. So now we have 3 test cases. One, it is going to open. Next, it is going to minimize. Then it is going to close. So we'll add one more. Once it is minimized, we try to maximize that. Then we'll close that. Okay. So I'll move this. We'll add maximize for this third test case. Maximize, right? So now you can see first it is going to start the program. Second, it is going to minimize. Third, it is going to maximize. Then fourth, it is going to close. So we are using three Windows operations here. That is minimize, maximize, and close. So we'll try to execute all in once. Close. Right. So right click, run in Scratchbook. So now it is going to open, minimize, maximize, and close. So all test cases are passed. So this is how the Windows operation so will work in TOSCA. Okay, we'll move to second part, that is send key operations. So just now we have seen how to use Windows operation. So now we'll see the send key operation. For that, you create a test case, send key, send key operations, and create test case, right? So now you can use tbox start program because we need to open an application before doing any operation. For that, as usual, go to right click on the test case and choose tbox start program. Tbox start program, right? Tbox start program, we already have a file that is d colon test.to6.5. So open that file. So once it is open, now we can pass the values to this. So this send key operation, it is going to control the keyboard, right? Suppose in this case, we have the Word file that is test. So once this test file is opened, I need to type something on that file. So we need to use the keyboard without touching the keyboard. How we can pass the values to that word? That is possible using this send key operation. So in send key operation, so we need to use tbox send module, tbox send module. So right click on the test case, go to tbox send keys. Here you can see tbox send keys, right? So once again, caption in order to recognize the file. So we use caption here. So in caption, you can give test star, right? Whatever the file name after the test is going to recognize test star. So what is the key we need to pass? So I need to pass a string, any string into my Word file. So you can give any string, any values here so that you can whichever the values you want to write in that Word file. So I'm going to give TOSCA automation software testing lab. Right? So now what this module is going to do, so this is going to open an application. This tbox start program is going to open an application test.docs, which is already present. That is Word file. Then it is going to pass a key TOSCA automation software testing lab. This is the string it is going to write in that Word file, right? So we'll see that now. So right click on send key operation test case, run in Scratchbook. As it is going to open a Word file, then it is going to type TOSCA automation software testing lab. So test cases are passed, right? So this is how send key operations will work. So there are so many operations we can do using this send key module. We'll see that. So we can use select all. For that, we need to use a send key module. We'll copy this once again, copy paste this right here. Recognize that file. So once it is filled with the text, that is TOSCA automation software testing. So once we written this in the Word file, then we'll try to select all. How to select? all the text which is present in the Word file. Usually what we'll do Control A, right? And we use that Control A keyboard keys. But in this case, we'll add caps, caps within the parenthesis. Give A. If you pass this key, it is going to select all the text in the Word file, right? We'll see that. Right click. What it is going to do now, it is going to open the Word file. Then it is going to write TOSCA Automation Software Testing Lab. Then it is going to select all. If you pass this key, it is going to select all. So right click, run in Scratch. So open Word file, type TOSCA Automation Software Testing Lab. Then you can see there selected. It is select all. Right? It is selected. So all test cases are passed. So we'll see one more Windows operation, a key and key operation, that is delete. Whatever we written in that Word file, we'll try to delete that. For that, we'll take one more tbox and key module, copy paste that. So in place of select all, we already selected all in the previous step. So now we are going to delete that. So in order to delete that, within double quote, use flower brace, DEL, close flower brace, pass this. So this is going to delete all the text present in that Word file. See that now. One Word file, type something on that, select all, delete it, right? So all test cases are passed. Like this, we have so many operations, send key operations. So in order to save that file, you can use caps within braces, yes. That is going to save that file, right? Open, type whatever you want, then you can save that. That is possible by using caps within braces, yes. Then suppose we want to close that application. For that, you can pass this command, that is percentage within double quote flower braces F4. This is going to close that application, right? These are the operations possible using send key module. We can also close that application using Windows operation. In Windows operations, you can directly give, you can see here in the maximize. Here there are so many operations are there. You can directly give close operation. That is also possible, right? So now we have seen Windows operation and then send key operations, right? So we handled with Word file through Windows operations by executing minimize, maximize, close, whatever we want for that particular application. We can use that using Windows operation. So through send key, we can pass so many arguments, control all, right? Delete all, like that. We can pass, suppose we want to write something. So that is possible using send key operation, right? So these are the two operations we have seen right now. Okay, moving further, we'll see the next what we need to do in the experiment 5 as per your syllabus. That is, we have seen Windows operation, we have seen send key operation. So now we are going to see the math operation. So math operation to perform calculation such as finding minimum rounding value, right? Using math operation, we can find the minimum and rounding value. So we'll see that how to do. So for that, so create one test case, right click. So math. of. Okay, math operations, right? So for that, we need to add a buffer, as we seen in the last session. So to create the buffer, for that, right click, go to search, navigate to last option. Here you can type tbox buffer, right? Tbox set buffer. Choose this, right? Once we got this buffer, so we can pass the various argument here. So here we can use the math operations for that. So we need to use a syntax, proper syntax is required here, right? So we need to use, suppose we want to add two number within flower braces, we need to give math, and in square braces, we need to pass the two values, whichever we need to add. So we start with that. So within flower braces, as soon as you type math, you can get the syntax here. You can see, you can observe the syntax here. The right side, syntax math, operand 1, operand 2, operand so on, you can give, right? So math, math, flower braces, math, and within square braces, suppose I want to add two numbers, that is 2 plus 3. Pass that argument, close square braces, close flower braces, then click on enter. So you can see here math. This is the buffer we have created. You can give any name here, buffer name. So I'll give add, right? So we are passing the value, that is math within square braces 2 plus 3. So we'll check these output now. Right click on this translate value. So just right click on this buffer, click on translate value, you'll get the output. So we are expected 2 plus is equals to 5. This is the value here. Row value is 5. So similarly, we can do various operations. So we'll give subtraction. Subtraction for that. We start with flower braces, math, square braces, 3 minus 5. Give 6 minus 3. Close square braces, close flower braces, enter. Right? So 6 minus 3, we're expecting 3. Translate value. So this is the output, right? So we're going to find out minimum, right? Minimum of 2. So there are so many operations. So as per syllabus, we'll check minimum of 2. For that, use flower braces, math, square braces, type min of 4 comma 8, close parenthesis, close square braces, close flower braces. So we are passing the argument minimum of 4 comma 8, which is minimum of 4 comma 8 is 4 we are expecting here. Right click, translate value. You can see the value is 4, right? Similarly, you see round off. How to round off? How to use the round off? Round off. I'll give the buffer name as round off itself. Within flower braces, math. Within square braces, just type round. Then pass the arguments. That is, suppose if I take 3.14567, this is the decimal number. Suppose I want to round off this to two decimal. Just give the decimal number, comma, 2. So second position, I want to round off. Close parenthesis, close square braces, close flower braces. Enter, right? So now it should round off to 3.15, right? Right click, translate value. So it is round off to 3.15. So this is how we can do the mathematical operations in TOSCA. So in this session, we have seen how to use Windows operation, how to use send key operation in Windows operations. We started the program, that is, we opened the program, the test.doc file. So then we try to control that word file by minimizing, maximizing, and doing so many operations, then closing that. Then we started with send key operations. In send key operations, we opened the program doc file, then we passed the values we want to write in that send word file. Then we selected the text in that word file, then we deleted that. So these are the operations we have done in this send key. So then at the end, we have seen the mathematical operation. So using buffer, we created so many mathematical operations, right? So this completes Windows operations, that is experiment 5. In the next session, we'll see how to record and play back the automation testing, right? So thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.